Hello. I thought I'd make a little updated video on my Sony a7iii Handheld setup. I made this video a little while ago, a couple of years ago now actually, and a few things have changed, so I thought it was worth making an updated video. So as I mentioned, the main camera body is of course the Sony a7iii, but apart from the cage, as I mentioned last time, most of the parts are interchangeable with whatever DSLR or mirrorless camera body you may have. So starting from the bottom, we have a Smallrig 15mm rod tripod base plate. This has two 20cm 15mm rods attached to it. Above and below this are two Manfrotto quick release plates. This is just a Smallrig cage specifically for the Sony a7iii, and I think it possibly fits the Sony's a7R. I can't remember what it's called. And this is the one that has the HDMI port protector, which is pretty much essential if you're dealing with a micro HDMI port, because we all know how fiddly and inconvenient they are. So if I twist this round, on the right hand side, we have a rosette mount wooden handle from Smallrig. This has pretty much been on it for, well, since I've had this cage. And I don't think I'm ever going to take it off. I love this handle. I think the only thing that would make me swap it out is because I know there's a version that has the record button. So I may get that one day, see if it drops down in price. And on the front, we have the Tilta mini matte box. I'm still using this one, even though I'm still pretty much only using circular screw-on NDs and other filters. This one pretty much just lives on it because it can obviously attach directly to the lens. I mean, you have got a clip if you do need it, but as I often use zoom lenses, this one is the Tamron 28-75. It's really useful to have without the clip, so you can obviously change focal lengths and you don't need to adjust it. And you also have the option for slide-in regular size filters as well, which is really useful. If I swivel it around to the back, one of the new additions on the back is the Smallrig V-mount plate that's attached directly to the 50mm rods. I'm still using the FX Lion Nano One, so I've been using this battery for years now and I still absolutely love it. It's like the perfect size. I realize there is a Nano 2, which is slightly bigger but still fairly compact. But I really love the Nano One for this build in particular. For those of you that saw the last video, you may remember that I had the FX Lion cage plate on the left hand side of the camera. That's where the V mount was mounted, but that obviously affected the weight distribution. So I got myself another little cheese plate, and I think having it out the back really works as the weight distribution is a lot more even now, and it protects the fold out screen on the a7iii. And I also like to hold it as a extra point of contact when I'm shooting, just to have that little extra bit of support, which takes out those micro jitters when you're filming handheld. These batteries, even if I'm shooting 4K, it will last the majority of the day. As I mentioned last time, this is so many ports on it, and you can use it to charge your phone, your laptop. It's just, I highly recommend it. It's such a good battery. So that's one of the changes I've made to this build since last time. The other one is, I'll get to in a minute actually. This is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus on the fancy Rycote mount. I've probably said that wrong, but this is a great, fantastic. I mainly just use it for scratch audio when I'm filming, but I just love this mic because obviously it powers on automatically when you turn on the a7iii, which is a great feature to have. And it's got an internal battery, but you can also replace it with AAs if you need to, which is handy. And I think the various high pass and plus 20, minus 10 dB controls are really good features to have on this mic. So the other major change we've got on this rig now is I've swapped out the top handle. It was just a plain sort of rubbery top handle before. I've switched it to this Nato one, which is really useful as it's allowed me to attach this Arri mount for the small HD monitor. Last time the monitor was sort of off to the side, and again with the battery being here, the weight distribution was kind of all over the place, and it made it a little bit higher as well. But I think having the monitor mount slightly lower now is a much better fit for this rig. And I love that now I can have this flip screen on the a7iii pretty much pointed out vertically, and I can have this one just sort of here The only additions I think I want to make to this now are to get a sun hood again. I did have one. I'm pretty sure I've lost it. But yeah, another sun hood just to block out, because this is fairly bright in daylight, but I think having that little bit of protection will just improve it a bit more. I have been still thinking of swapping it out for a 7-inch version, but I think for now I'm still going to stick with the Focus 5-inch. I think the other thing I like about the Nato handle is that it's got extra mounting points, which the other one didn't have. And you've also got a handy built-in Allen key, which you can take out, which is super useful to have. Now, obviously, this rig is on a tripod at the moment, but it is designed so that I can pretty much just take it off and go shoot some handheld stuff when I need to. So I definitely prefer how this rig is set up now than to how it was 2 years ago. I think those small changes that I've made have definitely been improvements. And I don't think there's a lot else I do to it now. I think this is probably how it's going to live until I eventually get a new camera. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to sell my A7 IIIs. I think I'll probably keep them around for a while because they're fantastic stills cameras still, and obviously excellent B-roll and just second and third cameras if you need them. Having this additional weight and these extra points of contact really help add stability to the small A7 III body. And when you're shooting handheld, that's really useful. So I'll put links to anything I mentioned about this rig in the description section. But if you've got any questions about it, feel free to let me know in the comments. I think that about wraps up this little update video. If you want to see more on low budget cinematography and filmmaking in general, you can subscribe here or carry on watching one of these videos. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.